All right, now you're gonna take me through. Uh, we'll do it for your first meet and then your most recent meet, okay? And we'll see the differences
Okay.
there.
All right.
What are you feeling? What are you thinking? What's going through your head right before the meet? It could be the day of, the morning, the night before you enter. You're not there yet. It could be like 2 steps in front still.
Okay. Okay.
What's going through?
Um, so with my first meet, we did a 24-hour weigh-in.
Okay.
So I weigh in the next day. I show up to the same place the next morning, and the first thing in my head was, "What the fuck am I doing here?"
Okay.
I was horrified. I remember thinking to myself, "I don't belong here. I don't belong here." I was easily the smallest, and I think I was the youngest person there too. I was like, "I don't belong here." It was a weird situation. There was also the George Mason powerlifting team here. George Mason's a university here in Virginia. For anybody who might be watching this outside of Virginia, um, they were at that meet competing,
Yeah.
and so I got lucky. And there's a couple peers, but I remember the first thing I thought of was, "Who the fuck are all these people?" Like I didn't see them yesterday at the weigh-in. Where did they all go? And all of them had weighed in at like 8 in the morning the day before, and I was like, "That's dumb. Weigh-in wasn't till noon." Like, so there's all of a sudden 30 extra people that I didn't know. I was just lost. So I kind of depended on my friends there to kind of like glue to them. And I did my best to stay focused, even though it was highly distracting.
So that's a little bit of before and almost during, like you're
Yeah,
getting there.
before any lifts, though. This all happened before any
Okay.
lifts. Like,
Okay.
we hadn't even warmed up. I barely put my bag down.
All right. Let's
Yeah.
talk about your most recent one.
Okay. Got in, weighed in, and put my shit down and put my headphones in.
That's it. It's routine. It's life.
Yeah, you get used to it,
Okay.
and you start, and you see a couple people, you dap them up, and well, maybe not now, or maybe now we fist bump, but
Not even.
yeah, we
Just a little
hey,
salute.
hey,
You know?
6 feet, 6 feet,
Six
yeah,
feet. Give me
yeah,
space.
give me 6 feet. If I can put a barbell between us, we're good. Um, it's 7 feet, 7.5 feet. So yeah,
All right.
yeah, no, it's by now it's routine. I sit down and I say, all right, cool. Usually my coach is there with me. He'll be handling me. He'll be helping me out
All right.
with decisions and things like that. Kind of making the judgment calls, and it takes the mental stress off me. My first meet, I didn't have any of that. I was doing everything by myself. I was loading my own bar. I was chalking my own hands, baby powdering my own legs. Never do. That's going to be on the do. We should cut this into the do's and don'ts. Don't baby powder your own legs, because that shit will not come off your hands, and chalk will not fix it. That bar will slide out of your hands so quick. For some reason, baby powder just soaks into your skin just right. There's no way to get it.
Sidebar. Why do you need baby powder?
So especially when you're sumo deadlifting, actually, I'd argue that conventionally you probably need it more. When the bar catches your skin, because you're required to wear a singlet, and your socks, your deadlift sock, can only go up to the bottom of your knee. So you have this grace period of maybe 2/3 or a half of your thigh that's just skin. It doesn't feel good with your hands or like when your fingernails or anything like that scrape against that. And especially if you have hairy legs, when that metal bar that's been sweated on and it's the humidity in there catches your skin, dude, it's like if you slid on your knees on a basketball court with no pants on.
Okay, I can tell you that is not a fond memory.
Exactly.
All right. All right. Let's get back to the question at hand. Let's go to during now. So your first meet. What's going through your head? How are you feeling? Your stomach, everything, head, just everything. Tell me during.
Yep. So the announcer usually calls, group whatever, flight A, B, C, D, start warming up. So we do. We start warming up, and I am the quiet kid in the corner waiting to see an empty bar. Because I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to interrupt anybody. I'm already nervous as it is. And even when I did get under the bar to start warming up, I'm so nervous that I think I forgot how to squat. Or I forgot how to bench, or I forgot how to deadlift.
So you start second guessing yourself.
Of course. Yeah,
completely human. That's almost in every field.
Especially when you see dudes who warm, like they don't even warm with a bar or a plate. They just put 225 on and they start warming up. You're like, what the, like, Like I can do that now, but when I was 18 and my max was 350 on a squat, I didn't know any better. Like I was like, what the fuck? That's
350 on a
crazy.
squat, that's still better than a lot of people, but I guess maybe in a powerlifting setting, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, in a powerlifting setting, that was not a big deal. That was yeah, that was that. I mean, that was huge for me when I hit it. I was like, oh fuck yeah! But in powerlifting, that was mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely. Once again, I just felt lost. I felt like I had no idea what I was really doing. I was second guessing myself constantly.
Okay.
I kept worrying about stupid shit too. I was like, did I have enough water? When did I take my pre-workout? Did I take it just at the right time so that it hits when I start to do my first attempts? Did I take not enough pre-workout? Did I take too little? Like stupid stuff.
Did you have a coach for your first one?
I did not.
Okay. And your
I
most
coached
recent?
myself into it
Okay.
like an idiot.
Well, no, that's badass. I mean, you.
No, it's not, because the amount of injuries that I could have had, and I probably did have, and I was too young to notice. Bad, bad. If you're gonna compete, get a coach. Get a coach. End of story.
Yeah.
I've tried. I can coach myself during an off season, because in off season I'm a lot more flexible. You know what I mean? Because your volume is a lot higher, but you're training to fatigue yourself basically. At least it's how I feel. So I can train myself in an off season. When it comes to a peak, nope. Get a coach.
When did you get a coach? Your second, third, fourth?
I got a coach for my second meet, which I'm pretty sure it was. I did my second meet right after I started working for Golds, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was probably shortly after I met you. Years ago, I was still 18 years old, turning 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I competed in Charlottesville. Yeah, that was my second meet. I think that might have been my second meet. That was my first time getting drug tested or invited to a national event.
So, how do you not second guess yourself at a powerlifting meet like that? Is there some sort of ritual that you do every time you go in? How do you combat the nerves and, you know, get in the right mindset to perform at your best?
So the best part about having a coach / handler is you don't have to listen to the announcers. That's your coach's job. If the handler is doing their job properly, they're telling you when to lift, how to lift, where you should be resting, how to rest, how long you need to roll out, all that shit. Because hopefully your handler is either good friends with your coach or is your coach. So they know what you've been doing in training. So they know how you warm up. They know how you behave. They know what you do mentally that fuck yourself. So when in my most recent meet, like I said, when I got there, put my bags down, put the headphones in, waited for the command to say, hey, you can start warming up now. I'll roll out real quick. He said, oh, that's enough rolling out. Let's get under the bar. Do 10 reps. Do your 10 reps. All right. I'm going to put the plate on for you. You go sit down. I didn't even have to load my own plates. All right. Now do 5 reps. All right. I'm putting another plate on. Do 3 reps. I'm putting 275 on. Do a single, but make it fast. Okay. So it's time to start taking the weight seriously, because a lot of guys, just because it's 75%, they take it less seriously. You don't want to do that. So, of course, your coach is keeping you focused. All right, 3 did this, next. Finally, all right, this is your last warm up. Make it count. And you slam it, right? You make it look super easy because you're confident, right? They've loaded the bar for you. You've done nothing but lift. There's nothing to second guess. You just did this 100 times in warm ups. And so it's a much easier experience. Oh yeah, it changes everything, and I think that's why I mentioned get a coach. Just get a coach. It'll change everything.
Let's talk about after your meet. What's going through your head? How are you feeling? What kind of stuff do they do? Is there some sort of award ceremony at the end?
Yeah, like an award ceremony. Yep.
Yeah. So just take us through that. Everything.
For my first meet, it was a holy shit, I did it. It's in the books, you know, and it was a breath of fresh air, because I was like, okay, I'm a powerlifter now. I did it. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna do it again. You kind of have this mental mindset of I can't wait to do it again. Which you do lose over your off-season training. You're like, God, this sucks, you know. I'm tired, I'm sore, I don't want to walk. It just, yeah. So it was just a breath of fresh air, and I felt way more confident in myself, kind of having that nice little mental like ego boost.
That sounds amazing. Do you still feel like that after you finished competing?
Um, no, uh, for me now it's just kind of like, all right, it's over now. I hit said numbers. What can I do in my off season to make said numbers better? And it's now that I'm a bit more experienced, I also make sure, especially at a meet, to record not just my third attempts on each lift, but every attempt. So I should have 9 videos of my attempts. Um, Maybe 10 if I for some reason get a fourth attempt because a judge messed up or something like that, which is pretty rare. Um, but yeah, and then I'll go over those videos. Okay, my first attempt that looked okay, my form was up. You know, my second attempt, okay, that was weird. My knees caved a little bit. I wonder why that happened. Third attempt, okay, I missed this one. Why did I miss? Was it technical? Was it strength? What was it? If your form is fine by your third one, you miss a strength. If your form was a little off, well, maybe it was technical. And that's something that you and your coach then go over. And so by the time it comes to an end of the meet, nowadays I'm just kind of like, all right, smile for a couple pictures, and what's wrong with my videos? Yeah, it's yeah. As soon as I get home, shower, and I'm like, all right, what's up? What's up? What can I do better? You know.
When's the next powerlifting meet?
So I was here's how depressing this is. This Saturday I was supposed to compete, and 2 months ago they were like, psych, closing everything down. COVID-19 ruined the world.
Damn, dude, I'm sorry. That sucks. How does something like that affect your training, like moving forward and everything you've already kind of put into it?
So yeah, so I mean, yeah, they're talking. The federation I'm a part of is USAPL. They are talking about reopening later in the year. At the rate of which our governors and stuff are making decisions, I'm not so sure. But this isn't about politics, so I hope we reopen, assuming it's safe enough to do so. I would love to do a meet at the end of the year, but to be completely honest, with all this stuff going on, I am definitely detrained. I've lost muscle mass for sure. I've definitely put on some fat. So I have to I'm gonna have to go back into it very slowly. It'll kind of be like going back to the drawing board altogether, which is a little annoying, but it's better than nothing. I'm just excited for when it all opens up again safely, and I can actually like get to more consistent training again. Because I really wanted to compete. It was supposed to be state champs too, so it would have been like a meet that I've done before. So I'm used to that atmosphere. And the meet director Saber, he's a fantastic meet director. He always puts on an amazing show. Just makes it so fun for everybody. So it's a little disappointing, but I'm hoping that we'll reopen by the end of the year and I can just do one in December or something.